Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the 29th of May, 2025, and I got another stream coming at you with Skyrim Special Edition. Before I start, though, I'm going to go ahead and talk about something that's happening. I mean, I know I was going to do this, new format thing where I talk about, news and stuff like that, but one of the pieces that I chose actually has to do with Guild Wars 2. I still play it, on my off time. You know, I just do like dailies and stuff like that. But apparently, quality of life improvements are coming in the Janther Wilds update Absolution. This was released just today. Salutation Tyrians, my name is Gerard Leda. I'm a game designer here at ArenaNet. We're always listening to your feedback. We've been hard at work at some game updates you've been asking for. I'm here with the inside scoop on some quality of life updates that are coming next week's Guild Wars 2 Janther Wilds release Absolution. The changes are designed to alleviate pain points and add convenience, and importantly, free up precious inventory space. I'm actually kind of excited for what it is that they're doing. Traveling Light with the Wizard's Portal Tome. The Wizard's Portal Tome is a new item that will store many of the teleportation devices you've earned in-game, condensing more than 30 items into a single inventory slot. This tome will work much like the Living World Season Portal Tomes, giving you a list of valuable destinations to choose from. When Absolution releases on June 3rd, you can visit Astral Ward Medic Myrna either in Bloodcoast Ward in Lion's Arch or in the new map Abenisos to pick up new side story achievement. Work hard for now. Completing that side story will reward you with the Wizard's Portal Tome, and the Teleportation Gizmos Collector collection will track the teleportation devices that you've earned. Then just bring the Wizard's Portal Tome wherever you go, and you can free up all that inventory space. So I'm not quite sure what in this particular case they regard as a teleportation device, but I have a few ideas of what that could mean. Give me 1 second. So throughout the game, they give you different teleportation devices to get you to different points of the game. Some of them are just single use only. Wait, where the hell did the page go? I didn't close out of it, did I? Okay, it's right there. Okay, so 30 items into a single inventory slot. Okay, so I'm guessing it's talking about, for example, the Royal Terrace Pass, the invitation of the Lily of the Elon, the Portal Scrolls, and the Portal Tomes. I'm wondering if they're going to condense all of those into just the one, and probably also do the invitations to celebration items, portal devices like these. I'm thinking that's what that's what they're going to do. I kind of hope so. It doesn't really go into detail as to what they're talking about, you know, as far as teleportation devices. But I'm probably going to work towards getting it unlocked anyways. Gobble your way to more inventory space. Over the years, we've added many portable exchangers, commonly called gobblers, to the game that allow players to convert items and currency to more valuable materials. Over time, these gobblers become so plentiful that they themselves clog up inventory space. The Wizard's Gobbler is our solution to this problem, allowing you to access multiple exchange items without having to fumble with them individually. Like the Wizard's Portal Tome, a collection will track over 20 portable exchanger and gobbler items as you unlock them and offer their functionality in a single item. Visiting Lion's Arch will retroactively update your progress if you have the item in your inventory, have completed the respective achievement, or have met other conditions. This will determine which options you can access when using the Wizard's Gobbler. All Guild Wars 2 players can access Wizard's Gobbler by heading to the Hooligans route in Lion's Arch and purchasing it from the char vendor Gar Leadclaw. So in this particular case, they're talking about ley energy, matter converters, karmic converters, Star of Gratitude, Herda, Maudry, Princess, the Gleam of Sentience, Star of Sentience, all that stuff. Okay. All of this is basically important. If you want to, like, for example, hey Don. For example, I have like all of these Imperial fragments and piles of Bloodstone dust, and I can just exchange those in order to get consumable containers. Use those and they will, basically give me, stuff. It's just a way of basically converting the stuff that you're not using into other materials that you can, like, sell. Rift Essence converting to wallet currency. We've heard that your bag and bank slots are overflowing with Rift Essence, and we've got a solution coming next week. Fine Masterwork and Rare Rift Essence can be converted into a wallet currency beginning June 3rd. You'll be able to convert the essence yourself by consuming it, or by visiting Rift Researcher Adam at Mooncamp Covert in Lowland Shore, or the Rift Hunter Lounge in Wizard's Tower. He'll be able to mass convert your essence into wallet currency for free. Recipes, vendor costs, and rewards of Rift Essence will all be updated to reflect this change. Also a good change because even for people who don't make closing rifts a part of their normal daily activities, we get overflowed. I mean, like right here, I have 1,000 fine Rift Essences with over another 1,000 in the bank. I'm sick of it just, taking up all this space and not being able to do anything about it. I mean, I have some right here. And, I have like a full stack right there. I just don't need it. So being able to convert it into other seasonal currency is a good thing. Easier acquisition of research notes. We've also heard your feedback about the challenge of acquiring research notes. After the next update, all crafting disciplines will have access to a new crafting recipe called Peer-Reviewed Research. The item does not have a crafting rating requirement, so even novices can make it, and when crafted, it grants 150 research notes. That's huge, because it's a bitch and a half to actually get research notes. Like, the breakdown for having to get research notes is that you have to go... First of all, usually you have to master... in order to get the most bang out of your buck, you usually have to master a crafting profession to get the highest tier, the highest tier items, right? And then you have to create something like... let's see... Let's say, okay, I want an Assassin's Mithril Dagger, but I want to, basically make a, I want research notes, and I'm going to do it, by making a Mithril Dagger and then just clicking this to get an automatically salvage the output, with a research kit. Okay, so what it does is that instead of making the item, instead it gives me the research notes. And right there, I got 4 research notes, which is not a lot for making one Assassin's Mithril Dagger with all of the components, making that, and then just automatically salvaging it with the research kit. 4 notes is nothing. I mean, that won't get me anything, right? You have to mass produce these. Okay, I'm going to skip this because I didn't know I had dialogue in it. Okay. So actually being able to create an item that will give you the research notes as you create it is a much better deal. Faction Provisioner purchase limits will be adjusting the purchase limits of Provisioner tokens from Faction Provisioners in Central Tyria and Heart of Aguma from 1 purchase a day per tab to 7 purchases a week per tab. You'll be able to buy the same number of items, but in one trip instead of 7. Provisioner tokens are very popular, especially if you want to get Bloodbound weapons. Bloodbound weapons are very useful for leveling up low-level characters because the items will actually grow with you instead of you having to replace them like every few levels. And typically what you have to do is that you have to bring a material to a character and you get to trade it in once per day. That's all well and good, but what if you forget, or what if you have all of the materials that you need to get all the provisioner tokens, but you can only spend them once and then you have to wait until the next day. This eliminates that. Just makes it so, okay, I just want, for this week, I'm gonna just get all the provisioner tokens and then move right out. It's especially important because I think a lot of Secrets of the Obscure rewards require you to get provisioner tokens, and having to log in every day just to do that can get tiring. It's like, I got better shit to do. So Commander's Choice chest improvements. During your adventures, you might have accumulated a surplus of Hero's Choice chests, and when you finally decide which item to select from them, you were faced with a difficult choice. You could open them one at a time through a time-consuming series of clicks, or you could use a bulk exchange vendor but lose out on some of the valuable loot inside. With the release of Absolution, you can trade Hero's Choice chests and Karma to the respective exchange vendors in Dragonstan, Eye of the North Arborstone, the Wizard's Tower, which requires Wayfinder Mastery, or Lowland Shore. You'll then receive the guaranteed item in addition to a new Commander's Choice test, which allows bulk selection of your choice of items. Functions like a Chant Theory Renown chest and Mistburn Renown chest. It's just another, quality of life, just makes things easier, so that whatever it is that you want to select, you don't you don't have to make it so cumbersome and time consuming. You don't have to click all over the screen just to do one thing. And then Homestead's decoration limit increase. Players will finally be able to double the decoration cap in their homestead from 1,000 to 2,000 after Absolution is live next week. Deflahar will sell decoration limit increase services to raise the cap by 500, and players can train the Grandmaster Handiwork crafting tier for another 500. Deflahar will also have new home instant nodes in his inventory, allowing players to purchase new gathering nodes for their homesteads or home instances. Absolution is just around the corner. We can't wait for you to experience these new quality of life updates. See you in Tyria. Yeah, so the new update will be coming online on June 3rd, I believe. But this is good, because a lot of people, were complaining. I mean, the homestead system is good. You can put quite a bit in your homestead, but some people are so creative that they feel actually constricted by having only 1,000 objects to set. Some people would like to be able to use more, especially since the homestead feature doesn't seem to be too taxing on most systems, so that's kind of cool. And I think it's also a good idea that they are giving the option to sell decoration limit increases, because that's another gold sink, and that helps with the in-game economy. So all right, I don't want to have to do this, but I gotta take a quick trip over to the bathroom. I will be right back, and when I do, I might just jump right into Skyrim, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Alright, I am back. Okay, yeah, this was released yesterday. Thomas Wilde on GeekWire report. Electronic Arts Shutter's Seattle area studio Cliffhanger Games cancels the Black Panther game. I think I talked about this yesterday. An unknown number of employees are affected by the closure. Comes alongside a wave of layoffs. Yeah, it still pisses me off that, that once again, game developers are eating shit and CEOs and execs, for game developers are eating more. Oh boy. GameStop stock dropped 10% after the company announced a 500 million Bitcoin purchase that depleted around 10% of its cash reserves. GameStop's core business has been on a steady decline since the start of the digital age, which saw a large drop in physical game sales. Investors appear skeptical about cryptocurrency pivot, doing anything to address GameStop's fundamental issues. When are these guys gonna stop fucking up? A 13.7 drop, kept sinking the following day, closing at 29.56. Sheesh. That's depressing, and I think we're just gonna go ahead and skip that, and we're gonna go right into Skyrim, so. Alright. So, still riding the high from, getting that commission done yesterday. Uploaded it onto FA. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people enjoyed it. In good news, GameStop Canada was bought out and now will be rebranded back to Electronics Boutique Games. It will be Canadian owned and operated. Cool. I hope they make better business decisions than the current GameStop here in the US. I think Toys R Us made a slight resurgence here back in the US, so it exists here, I think. But it's, still not in a great position.
Yes? What did you need?
Steve, the last one's. It's been over a week, and Serana is still aiding me. We found. It's been a week since Serana came to us to tell us about Harkon's prophecy. Well, it's been over a week, rather. That time, we managed to track down a moth priest from Cyrodiil. Luckily, before he was taken captive by Harkon's brood, never managed to get any information out of him. But after his rescue, he agreed to read the scroll that Serana carried. It didn't tell us much more, repeating the prophecy about tyranny of the sun, but it did mention an artifact called Oriel's bow. That the full prophecy would require two the first would involve the secret of the blood of vampires, while the other involved dragons. We aim to talk to the College of Winterhold about where an Elder Scroll might be found, but recently Serana mentioned she had an idea of where the second scroll might be. Her mother, Valerica, might have it in her possession. Harkon obviously would have tried to find her, but it seems he never succeeded. After some brainstorming, we agreed to sneak back to Castle Volkahar to search for clues. We likely won't simply stumble over her there, but it's possible she might have left some information in places Harkon would never have thought to search. Alright, and with that we start off.
Is it me, or is there a distinct wolfish scent around here?
She's gonna say that repeatedly. You know what I like? I like pizza. You know what I like a little less, though? Burnt pizza.
Yes? What did you need?
Yeah, but it's not like I'm gonna say anything to her in return. I can't return that. Not without it sounding vile and crude. But also in a way that would probably make her giggle, too.
Yes? What did you need?
Need something?
Finally. A place where I'm in my element.
Ooh, Master Tolfdir.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
The Jarl has been appeased.
Very good. I hope this will allow us to maintain our reputation.
It's unfortunate that we have to do it, but I mean, it is Ulfric Stormcloak. He's kind of a wrathful man.
Well, yes. This is rather embarrassing, but it seems I've misplaced something. I seem to have misplaced the book I was reading. If you happen to see it, would you mind bringing it to me? Take care now.
What? Huh?
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about?
Of course I do. Now, do you have one here?
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
Oh, that just sounds like a challenge to me. But look, I need to find one, and I was told that you could help.
I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have are plenty of books. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Until next time.
You could have...
I love it here. There's just so much knowledge.
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Effects of Elder Scrolls... Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls by Septimus Sickness, College of Winterhold. Imagine living beneath the waves with a strong-sided blessing of most excellent fabric, holding the fabric over your gills. Begin to breathe, drink its warp and weft through the plant matter fiber. Though the plant matter fibers imbue your soul, the wretched plankton would pollute the cloth until it stank of heavens of prophecy. This is one matter which the scrolls first came to pass, but are we the sea, or the breather, or the fabric? or are we the breath itself? Can we flow through the scrolls as knowledge flows through being the water, or are we the stuck morass of sea filth that gathers on the edge? Imagine again, this time, but different. Bird cresting the wind is lifted by a gust and down by a stone, but the stone can come from above if the bird is upside down. Where then did the gust come from, and which direction did the gods send either, or has the bird decreed their presence by her own mind-making? The all-sight of those scrolls makes the turning of the mind such that relative positions are absolute in their primacy. I ask you again to imagine for me, this time you are beneath the ground, a tiny acorn planted by some well-meaning elf maiden of the woodlands for her pleasure. You wish to grow but fear what you may become, so you push off the water, the dirt, the sun to stay your whole. But it is in the very pushing that you become a tree in spite of yourself. How did that happen? The acorn is a kind of tree egg in this instance, and the knowledge is water and sun. We are the chicken inside the egg, but also the dirt. The knowledge from the scrolls is what we push against to become full-sighted ourselves. One final imagining before your mind closes from the shock of ever knowing you are now a flame, burning bright blue within a vast emptiness. In time you see your brothers and sisters burning of their own in the distance, burnings of their own in the distance, and along your side, a sea of pinpoints, constellation of memories. Each burns bright, then flickers, then two more take its place, but not forever, lest the void be filled with rancid light that sucks the thought. Each reminds us actually the emptiness, and the learnings are of the scrolls are the pinpoints. Without their stabbing light, my consciousness would be as a vast nothingness, unknowing its emptiness, as a void is unknowing of itself. The burnings are dangerous, must be tended, carefully tended and minded, and brought to themselves and spread to their siblings. Urag?
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
If I were to call this Ruminations book incomprehensible, it might be the biggest understatement of this era.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long.
Where'd he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Well, looks like we're gonna go see this Septimus.
You need something?
Hold on. Oh boy, I hate when you need to sneeze and then you don't. Your nose just burns.
Yes? What did you need? I can't wait to see the... So, what do you want to talk about?
Were you and Valerica close?
Before my father became obsessed with the prophecy, Mother and I spent quite a bit of time together. She was very fond of her alchemical garden in the castle courtyard. She taught me quite a bit about cultivating quality regions.
So you always got along?
Like the best of friends. I would never hesitate to share anything with her.
But then it changed.
It was very sudden. It was almost like one day we were a normal family, and then the next, I didn't know who they were. I tried to visit my mother in the garden, and she'd quickly shoo me away, saying she was much too busy.
And that's why we're headed there?
She had to be up to something in that garden. I'm hoping it's a clue that will tell us where she went. There's not a whole lot to tell. You've already seen my father's obsession. My mother's not a whole lot better, but you'll see that soon enough.
It's like Drevis was, visible.
My father? No, not really. I did spend a lot of time with my mother, but she saw me more like a protege than a daughter. What about you? What were your parents like?
I never really knew them. Didn't really grow up alone, but I did grow up without them.
I know how that feels. I mean, I know it isn't the same thing, but I was a pretty lonely child myself.
Still feel that way?
Not as much. Let's, let's just keep going.
I need to find 12 well, wonder if I can get some training while I'm still here. Maybe something in destruction. What's my destruction level at? 7. I can get it up to 50. Wait, is it 50 or is it 60 that I need to get it to? Let's get it up to 60 and we'll see. Where's Feralda?
They say knowledge is its own reward.
Yes, Sarah?
I never really understood why some people would prefer to pad themselves with more metal. Yes, their figure is more sturdy, but now
there's
they're
Felt
much
here.
easier to hit.
It is difficult to admit, but Jezargo could still use some help.
What did you need help with?
Jezargo has seen that Toftir likes you. You must be very skilled with magic, yes? Jezargo is working hard, but cannot do it alone. Can you help with this?
What kind of help do you need?
Jezargo has worked hard on learning new spells, trying new things. This will make Jezargo stand out as a mage. But Jezargo works so hard, there is no time to test these new spells. If you help with the testing, this will make learning easier. Jezargo will give you scrolls. You will use them and report the results. This is a good plan, no? You tell Jezargo when you are ready.
Alright, hand over the scrolls.
You can resist, can you? Let's see. This one, I think. Jezargo has designed it to be an excellent flame cloak, with a twist. It is especially potent against the undead, and should burn them to a crisp in no time.
What a twist!
Jezargo gives you plenty of these scrolls, so you try them and return when you can say whether they work. Jezargo awaits word of how well his scrolls work.
Okay, test the flame cloak spell on the undead. That shouldn't be too hard. Where I do though, I need to find Feralda, get a little bit of training, if I'm able to.
Yes? What did you need?
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic.
There you are.
Don't let anyone
Mirabelle
tell
does
you
a fine
otherwise.
job as math. The augur? Really? Well, it's certainly not my place to say anything about it. I think you'd better go see Mirabelle Irvine. I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge.
Uh-oh, I'm actually at my skill level cap. I have to build up something else. What else is there? Alteration's at its highest. Not so with conjuration, though. Okay, let's go find Septimus Sickness. Actually, before we go out into the wastes, let me sell stuff that I have right now. That way I'm not overloaded.
I love your style. You're looking good today.
Is that fur coming out of your ears?
These racist ass Nords.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Fishing boots, fishing clothes. Bullets, ebony, line and lure. Paintings. The fire and frost resistance is actually pretty valuable to me right now. The fire resistance in particular is almost integral. Okay, I know roughly where that area is. Ah, jeez, jeez. Took a quick dip there, but I didn't freeze, so that's good. Do I have Sea Stride? I have water breathing. Not great.
Not very impressive.
I don't think I have a... No, I don't have any arrows. I'm gonna need actual arrows.
Yes? What did you need? Okay, let's see what you have.
Yeah, I had a feeling she'd be carrying arrows. Not arrows that she'd be using, but arrows that she was being hit with.
Lead on. I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Hopefully this won't take too long.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths.
This must be the place.
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex.
I heard you know about Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them, or so they think. The ones they saw, the ones they thought they saw. I know of one, forgotten, sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp.
So, where is this scroll?
Here. Well, here as in this plane. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
Can you help me get the Elder Scroll or not?
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return.
Well, what is it you want?
You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire, hidden learnings kept.
And where is this Black Reach?
Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mazark. Oft-hand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
So how do I get in?
Two things I have for you. Two shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
So what is an Elder Scroll?
You look to your left, you see one way. You look to your right, you see another. But neither is any harder than the opposite. But the Elder Scrolls, they look left and right in the stream of time. The future and past are as one. Sometimes they even look up. What do they see then? What if they dive in? Then the madness begins.
Alright, we have our destination. We need to get to Alftand.
Yes? What did you need?
Sarthal is the closest point that I have to it. I need to get higher up. We'll let this hang on. I think I just banished that bear to the Shadow Realm. Like one day he was there, like 1 minute he was there, and then the next instant he was just like a million miles away, off in this direction, like on the other side of Nirn. Managed to secure the site, hold off any others who may try to steal our discoveries so far, especially those from the College of Winterhold who seem to think the glory of exploring every ruin should be theirs alone. No, they're just more responsible about it. Crew of our expedition is as follows: Solo, Tribadius, myself, expedition leader, Umana, constant companion bodyguard, Valley, mage not associated with Winterhold, took some time to find, Endrast, fellow explorer, some local renown, Yag, great brute of a woman, hired to keep the rest of the labor in check, Jadar, Chishar, two Khajiit brothers hired as labor, need a couple more laborers, getting through ice is proving difficult. Set up shelter, scout of the area. Small ruins on the lower plateau of the glacier don't seem connected to the main structure. We haven't managed to find a way into the tower parapet we found there. Yag mentioned spotting a fissure in the glacial wall that may lead into the ruins, so we're going to try to find a way to get down there with the gear. Looks like a storm is coming.
So, what's inside?
A little bit of quicksilver. We don't want to be caught out here while it's dark. Not that I'm worried strictly about Harkon or anything like that, but it's gonna get cold as hell out here.
From the looks of this place, it looks like it was once a dwarven city. It's a shame, really. Now it looks so torn down. I would have liked to see cities like this, when they were still normal, at least. Now, their only population consists of these automatons. Really, what happened to the Dwemer? It still puzzles me to this day.
I think over 1,000 years of research by the College of Winterhold, Mages Guild, and so on and so forth would have figured something out. Nope. Tried to get through the glacier at the top, couldn't find any way into that tower parapet. Jack spotted in the glacial wall and construction of catwalk. Jack spotted in the glacial wall and construction of a catwalk's finished just in time for a storm to hit. First we thought to wait it out, but it's only gotten worse. Shift in the glacier took out several of the new laborers. Ordered everyone to quickly move as much of the supplies as we could into the fissure. We managed to get most of it. One of the hands decided he wasn't going to listen and tried to make it out through the storm, but got blown off the catwalk by the wind. Looks like we're all well and truly stuck here, but for all that, I feel even more driven that I should be the one to uncover the mysteries of this ruin. I'm tired of all the credit for my work going to the mages of or the Legion. It'll be my name that goes down in the history books for this discovery. Nope. Embers are too wet. Chimer Vimidium.
Yes? What did you need?
Shorthand of the tale. Dwarf puts on robot suit, does the robot, fools his enemies.
What is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Cesar. You always try to keep it for yourself.
No, there's got to be more scuba. Shut up! Shut up!
Don't lie to me, Cesar. You hid it. You always try to steal it from me.
Interesting. It's a construct, but I can still draw the death element from it. Currently seeking an Elder Scroll now 10. Surrounded, I visited the College of Winterhold. Asked for information on an Elder Scroll location. They were hurt to Septimus Sickness, mage who was conducting studies in the northern ice flows. The fellow was sane for sure, but coherent enough to know what we were seeking. He directed us to Blackreach, some location far beneath Skyrim. Gave us a bummer lexicon, a sort of information repository that can be transcribed to some device Dwemer used. We should be able to find the Elder Scroll. The process. Given that he wants us to transcribe its contents on this cube. Minor addition. I was able to draw the death element from a destroyed Bummer construct. Based on my studies of spell siphoning, this would suggest that Bummer constructs possess at least enough energy to access the element. It's unsettling to think that Dwemer constructs actually be alive.
Is it me, or is there a distinct wolfish scent around here?
If only Umana would have left one of these dwarven machine creatures intact for me to study. The fact that they almost killed those Khajiit brothers in the middle of the night doesn't mean we couldn't have found a way to disable one. We dragged some stuff in the front of the pipes they came out of to stop them from coming back. They're simply fascinating, just as Calcelmo described in Dwarves Volume 2. Their appearance does in fact resemble that of an arachnid. I thought that to be an embellishment given by its source. The inclusion of the soul gem in the design of the apparatus is quite remarkable. It could explain the focus for the lightning that he describes. Oddly enough, it doesn't appear to be the main power source for the apparatus, perhaps some sort of harmonic resonance within the energies contained in the soul gem to bring heat to a small boiler? Too early to say conclusively. That does raise the question of where they get the liquid for the boiler, however. That was strange. I thought I saw something moving beyond the barred door. It looked vaguely humanoid. Wonder if it could be an undiscovered automaton? I'm going to move my bedroll down here to see if I can catch another glimpse of it. It's all so exciting. Looks like it got a little too exciting.
Are you alright? Let me know if you need anything. You're pretty good out there. Nice work.
This is where I saw one of the Cushy
Don't
brothers.
too much. Alright?
Up!
Ashes to ashes. Yes? What did you need?
What? Who is this, brother? Another of the smooth skins looking for food? This one wasn't trapped with us. Never should have
Weapons.
come here.
There they are.
Okay, little fucker's fast. Once at his wit's end, I signed Jadar and myself up for this expedition to try to get him clean of the skooma. Brought a small supply to try to bring him down slowly, but the storm has had us trapped in the glacier for weeks. Others have not yet caught on that one with fur should not shake so much from the cold. But I've run out of the little skooma I brought. Shadar is getting pretty bad. He started hallucinating creatures coming out of the ice in the ruins. The others are starting to think he may be behind Vale's disappearance, but I know he would never do something like that. Ugh. Come on. There we go. It's been about a week since Valley went missing, and now Endras is gone too. We found blood leading over to the barred-off doorway, but Sula seems to think that they found a way through and that they're trying to cut him out of the discovery. Keeps saying we need to press on. We've managed to break through into another section of the ruins, an animoncular animonculory. The drawers would produce their automatons. We learned the hard way that the metal creatures are still alive in there, and it hasn't improved Yag's mood at all. She holds that the Khajiit brothers aren't involved with the disappearances, has been keeping a hard eye on Sula. Rashes have all but run out. We're going to have to decide whether to brave the storm or try to push further into the ruins. I don't know if the echoes of screams I've heard in my sleep are those of our missing comrades, or my own nightmares. What? Alright, I need to read the research journal one more time.
Yes? What did you need?
back, get back, get back. Where am I with soul gems? Damn. There we go.
Nice job. Anything? Good. Hold on. Did you hear something? Enough mucking about. Let's do this. Good night. Hold on. Are you alright? Let me know if you need anything. Yes? Every step we take is steeped in history. Let's keep writing our own, shall we?
Okay.
You just got the short end of the stick. Who's there? True. A grave with sticks.
Hey, Accent Ring. Good to see you on the stream.
Now that's good teamwork.
Altana Animalculary. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Yes? What did you need?
Uh-oh. Ow.
Not very impressive.
We're starting to get into the Falmer areas. Here this morning, but good. That's good to hear.
Hold on. Did you even see them coming? Die!
Sindrust. The eyeless creatures took us in our sleep. I don't know what happened to the Khajiit brothers. We never saw them in the cell. Managed to pick the lock and we made a break for it, but got split up. Solo yelled something about not leaving without finding what he came for, and Romana chased after him. Yag and I tried for the top of the cave shaft, but one of the ramps was broken. Without a hesitation, she grabbed me by the scruff of my tunic, threw me atop the ledge, and told me to run. And I did. I didn't even look back. I just ran like a coward. I could hear her fighting them, and I just had to get away. Didn't even notice the arrow on my shoulder till I hit here. Metal creatures are still around me, and I'm too terrified to even move. 8 Defiance, please just take me now. I always wonder why Markarth never used these bots as defense. I mean, that would assume that the people of Markarth are intelligent enough to know how to control them. My assumption is that they're only controllable by the Dwemer themselves, and since the Dwemer are no longer here, you know, that means they are beyond anyone's control.
Weapons up.
Okay, latch crack. Oh. Stormforge. Shit. Okay, not that far. There we go. Locked room. That's evil, though.
Yes? What did you need?
You ever tried this mod where NPC is live chatter, which is us, and probably goes nightmare but good? I've never heard of. I've never heard of this mod, unfortunately. I am curious about it, though. Tell me more. Ah.
Hold on. Did you hear something? I'm not someone to be trifled with.
It's a nice looking Dwemer greatsword. Although I'm not sold on the handle. It's a little too flat. Want more of a rounded grip. I look at this video named Blurbs. From what I can tell, the chat can live voice NPCs when we type something stupid like an NPC name, change your chatter name, and when the NPC died, they get banned. Huh. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up then.
Yes? What did you need?
But
Weapons up. I sense something. Give him hell.
oh, there are so many of you. Okay, I didn't die. I just picked up a leg injury.
This isn't your day. I'm dead for you. I'm not someone to be trifled with.
The video is titled Skyrim, but Twitch chat voices all NPCs. Gross.
Hold on. Did you hear something?
That's a good point. It is a chest, and it does use that as a lock. What would the key look like? That got kinda nuts. So let your bodies pack.
Yes? What did you need?
Oh, sorry. Here it goes. Alright, I'll take that.
Weapons up. I said so.
Fuck. Oh shit. You know what? That's fine. Playing 2 hours and I just realized I didn't save at any point. Oh, fuck me. I think I'm done for tonight, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching 2 hours of progress go completely down the drain. I'll try picking this up tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna be it. You guys take care of yourselves, have a great night, and I will see you guys next time.